This is how you use green screen. So I have footage that has green screen in the background. I'm going to pull it down onto my timeline into video 2. Then, now that it's highlighted right here and it's got an orange little border around it, I'm going to click on the 3 lines and get the editing pencil. The color keying option is this one right here with this it's a little man inside of a box, and that is how you subtract out the background. When you click on the button, you will see that there is an eyedropper. And this little eyedropper, when I click on it, it lets me pull it over here, and I am going to choose that I want to get rid of this green color. So I'm going to click somewhere on the screen where the green is, and it's going to subtract out everything that was this color. You can see it right here that it shows you that this is the color that it's removing, and it even gives you the little hex code for it as well. And we are then going to say save changes. Now I have the ability to put whatever background I want behind these girls, and I'm going to go over to the stock media, and I want to put a forest behind them. And so I'm going to search for a forest, and I'm going to say, oh, well, I really love this forest. I want to put it right behind them. And so what we see now is,
good morning, Spartans. Today's March 31st, and it's an early out schedule. Please stand for the pledge.
so we see this fun little video now that's got this awesome background in it, and it's kind of a fun little way to add. What's important here is learning about the layers. So video 2 is whatever layer is on the top. You could have 10 layers if you wanted, but whatever is on the top is the thing that is closest to the camera. So these girls are in the very front because they're on the top over here, and whatever is below them is behind them. And the awesome thing is that you can add layers and layers and layers. So I could add another layer, another video layer, and add it. And the reason that you might want to do that is because if I pull this up here, I could say, in between the background, in between the forest and the girls running, what if I want to put something behind them that is sort of scary? So I could look up here and say, I don't know, dinosaur, like that could, if I want a dinosaur, that's going to pull up a bunch of dinosaurs. And I know that it has these great green screen options right here. So if I take one of these dinosaurs and I say, I want to pull this dinosaur that's walking around, it's not really a very scary one. I'll do the raptor. And I am going to put that behind them. I need to get rid of the green screen. So I'm going to click on the pencil, and I'm going to grab the eyedropper, and I am going to subtract out that green screen. Now, when I press save changes on that, I've got this dinosaur behind them. We may need to move him so that he works, or so that it looks like it's in the right place. And since I don't want to listen to the girls in my tutorial, I'm just going to mute that track, and I'm going to play and see what it looks like. So we can't really see the dinosaur from there, but he's not in a bad spot necessarily. So, and we'll see. Now, one thing we can do is grab on this layer. We're going to edit this layer, the dinosaur layer. I'm going to go back to where we have most of our regular options, and this is where I would control the size of the dinosaur. I can make the dinosaur bigger. I can also choose to grab that layer and move it around, decide to kind of move the dinosaur around. Because the layer that we're working on is selected on the timeline, that's why I'm able to move the dinosaur but not move the girls. Okay, so if I move him, get him a little bit bigger, and maybe move him so he's halfway off the screen. and say save changes. Let's see what that looks like. This is a lot about experimentation, and there you go. So that is why you might want to use multiple layers inside of any project. You might want to do that. And if you wanted to put a title in front of the girls, then you could do that by adding another layer. You could add background music by pressing the plus button and then adding audio, another audio layer. You also have the ability to name these. So you could say, this is cool music, and add a track there, you know, and whatever it is that you want to do. I actually added a video layer, which I didn't mean, I meant to do an audio, but what is the most important thing for you to understand in this assignment is that your color keying tool is available to you by clicking on the footage that you want to subtract out the green screen on, going to the little edit pencil, going over to the color keying option, which is this man in front of a box, clicking on it, and then grabbing your eyedropper and clicking on the color that you want to subtract. Remember, inside of the stock media, there is lots of green screen footage.